Hello, I am back. Yes, I am responding to a comment from Here Be Fools about the Waco, Texas incident and the flame tank. There's no such thing as a flame tank, so to speak, but I can explain what happened at Waco to give people an idea scientifically of what actually occurred there and what happened, why it happened. Now, what they had done was, in order to flush the Branch Davidians out of the compound, they attempted to flood the compound with tear gas. Now, tear gas can be dangerous in high concentration in confined areas. I'm going to show you the so-called flame tank, which is not a tank at all. This is a Mark 88 tank recovery vehicle. It's like a tow truck for armored vehicles. You see this large boom on here? Let me get a pin here so I can see this large boom here. What they did was they ran lines up through this. They punched a hole in the side of the building with this large boom and pumped tear gas directly into the building. Alright. Now the tear gas, the CS gas that they were using, is lethal in high concentration in confined areas. If one hadn't left the building, they would have died regardless because of this. There were such high concentrations of it. Now, when you take that and you couple that, and you also factor in the fact that the CS gas also becomes flammable in high concentration. A muzzle flash from a rifle would ignite that, in a sense burning the building to the ground and anyone who failed to come out. A lot of the Branch Davidians did come out of the building. In fact, they came out through the very hole that the Mark 88 created when it ran that boom through the side of the building. The survivors of that actually escaped by doing just that. They came out around the Mark 88 recovery vehicle and were taken into custody at that time. A lot of those people were actually not found to be guilty of any wrongdoing. David Koresh was a fanatic. He was a Jim Jones, so to speak. He was he was pulling his own Captain Ahab, and that he knew he was going down and he wanted all of his people to go down with him. That was the problem with David Koresh. It didn't matter if there was FBI, military, or police. He was not going to come out. He had made the decision that he was going to die in that compound, and that he wanted his followers to die with him, much as Jim Jones did at Jonestown. There are a lot of parallels between these two individuals. However, I really wanted to discuss the flaming tank, being that the flaming tank does not exist, or the flame tank, or whatever. There were M3 Bradley fighting vehicles deployed, and there were M113 armored personnel carriers deployed, absolutely, because they were taking rifle fire from the compound. Now, as far as who fired first, that's up to debate. That's up for debate. But it's really hard to say. It really is. Eyewitness testimony on both sides claims that the Davidians fired first, the FBI fired first, that there were even special forces on site, and that perhaps they had fired first. Who knows? You know, it's one of those, it's a debate that's going to rage on, but I really wanted to put the flame tank debate to a close. I really did. Still the unknown variable. Have a good afternoon.